Yeah. Where you at? You didn't check any. You didn't. You didn't check anything I sent you. I sent you. I sent you that friend request. You didn't. You didn't see that one. You said I got many profiles. I got many. I got. You said. You said you see a lot of profiles of me. Nah. You have to go to this one. Yeah. The alias 1-on-1, not alias 1-on-2. Why do I have? Why do I have so many profiles? Hello? You're asking me why do I have so many profiles? Correct? Because I I got one for this and one for that. Why does that matter? That doesn't really matter, right? Right? Guys, why do I have so? Are you going to add it or not? What's the other profile about? Nothing really. I'm just reading to the public. I'm trying to become mayor. Okay, I'm just trying to become mayor. Why didn't I tell you that? You didn't ask, silly. You didn't ask that, crazy. You didn't ask that. Don't. No. Oh no. No, that's not what I. No, I did not mean to call you crazy like that. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my. I just called you crazy, man. Why you you want me to jump off a roof and break my? Cause I called you crazy? Well, I mean, I was just joking. You didn't find that funny? Hold on. The TV too low. TV too low for me. Turn the TV. You're gonna come. Cause I called you crazy. You're still on this crazy word. Well, maybe you are a bit crazy. Yeah. Maybe you are just a little bit crazy. Maybe you are. You're only proving me right. You know that, right? You're only proving me right. How? You just said you want me to jump off the roof and break my leg. So you're thinking that's break a leg. That's what you're talking about. Luck, break a leg. Oh no, you really meant that? So yeah, so you are crazy. Are you gonna? Okay, listen, man. All this cursing out and all this stuff. Look, we're on the phone because you wanted service for Pilates. We are cool, man, but you're asking why I got alias 102 and 103, and that's two different profiles. It's two different pages. Okay, let me book you in. Is that it? Is that all? Is that all who you want? You just want yourself? Anybody else? Five other people. So really, not just five people, seven people for Pilates? You oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. You want to look nice. Yeah. How does me? You're talking about me becoming mayor. Is this you? You asked me for my services, ma'am. You don't listen. You can hear. We can hear each other clearly. I have the sound music for therapy. For therapy reasons. Okay, this helps me calm down my nerves. I need this. You still want a book? Okay. Sandra, Jessica, Jennifer. Okay. Okay, you want me to add Miss Stanley? Yeah, I think. Yeah, man, I think I heard Miss. I think I know who Miss Stanley is. You know Miss Stanley too. That's your best friend. That's your best friend. That's your best. Oh, because me and her went back to college days. I seen her at a bar and we talked one time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are just. Yes, ma'am. We are just friends. We are just friends. Yes. Yeah. No, I'm laughing because we used to go back in the day. I'm trying to tell you, Miss Stanley. Her. Okay. Yeah. She ain't. But like you said, her last name was Stanley, right? Right. So Sam Stanley. Yeah. It's her. Okay, I'm not. No, ma'am. Okay. Who? Okay. Who else do we got? Okay, Erica. Oh, Erica. You, Erica? I have not. Oh my God, ma'am. No. I'm just saying. It's just crazy. Do I remember you? Were you back in the college days? Were you back? Oh, I think I'm not sure if I do. I'm not sure if I remember, but I remember them other ones. But okay. Wait till I see you in person. Okay, we could do that. But I'm pretty sure. I feel like I might know the crew you're around. Okay, you're going in and out. Yeah, but I'm right. You can't wait to. Okay, I can. The class cannot wait to see you too. The class. I'm putting in all you guys' entries right now. How much would it be? For each person, I'm not sure. It'll probably be around $330. Oh, a week. That's outrageous. I'm showing you Pilates, ma'am. I'm giving you the best Pilates class you could ever think about. Okay, it helps with not only of course just yes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a private professional Pilates class. Cause I have a knack for righteousness. That's why I'm working on becoming mayor too. Okay. You gonna vote for me? Oh, okay. What am I thinking about? Change? Oh, what am I thinking about change? Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to help to the community get more around, commute better. I'm trying to help communities have more nonprofit organizations. I am trying to do the best I can. I am going to do the best for this city. I promise I am. I promise. If you vote for me, ma'am, I know, but we're talking about You just told me about me becoming mayor. Me becoming mayor, right? Yeah, yeah. So I'm just telling you my side story of like why I want to be mayor. Okay, okay. Dang. Okay. 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 You gotta go? Okay. Okay. Did I book? Yeah, I booked all of them. Look, we're gonna stretch you guys. We're gonna stretch you guys like Mr. Fantastic. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure you guys get the best services of your life. You can only do it for like a week or two. I understand. I understand, man. We have different passes here, so we could definitely work something out for you guys. Um, we don't just have Pilates. We have boxing classes. We have yoga. We have we have just natural work. We have everything. Hell, we even have a coffee bar inside here now. A coffee, yes, yes, a community coffee bar. A community, ma'am. You will get the best services of your whole entire life. Okay, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see you guys. I cannot wait to hear from you guys at all. Like I just cannot wait. You gotta go. Okay, okay. Talk, talk to you soon, Miss Simpson. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. Oh yeah, don't forget the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have again. We're gonna have everything for advertising from me becoming mayor. Do not worry. Don't worry. I got you. Make sure you guys have my vote. You and your friends. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. See you in Pilates next week. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, bye. What's up, guys? It's ELI'S.JYESTHA. We will be in another video of third house Gemini sun. As you can, hey guys, hey. As you guys can see, I just made all that up. Okay, I just wanted to get a little different as far as the third video. Okay, this video I'm gonna do more. What I'm gonna do this video is I'm gonna show a lot more physical proof to kind of get the concept of not only third house, but kind of get like my point across from the sun being in the third house of Gemini. Okay. All right. So I mentioned in other videos, okay, what is the sun? What is Gemini? Right. And I do this every video no matter what. All right. No matter how many times, no matter what, I always want to review and just, of course, confirm whatever I'm talking about to you guys so you guys can kind of get on the same page with me. Whether you're new, you're old, you're intermediate, you're just looking, anything. I always kind of want to get you guys on the same page where my mind is kind of like reaching off to, if that makes sense. All right. So again, the sun is, of course, the sun in astrology is, of course, the key component, is the main planet, is your birth planet, is everybody's birth planet. When you are born, normally your birthday is the sun. Okay? So the sun is the most hugest planet / star. I believe it's planet. But we're going to say planet / star in general. The sun is your luck, your fortune. The sun is how you express yourself in astrology. The sun is also how you expose yourself in astrology. The sun is your strength, whether that is from the soul, whether that is from the physical. The sun is your brute strength. Okay. The sun is millions of things. The sun is intelligence. Okay. It is hierarchy of intelligence, pure intelligence, soul intelligence. I would say not just, of course, soul intelligence, but we're going to say the sun is um, um, solar system intelligence, okay? Meaning universal intelligence, okay? You know that saying that as so above, so below? That is literal when it comes to astrology, okay? The sun is the literal meaning of that. You get what I'm saying? Whatever is shine, whatever you think you don't see, whenever the dark, this and that and this, whatever it's like. And then I did a recent, like, I seen a recent, like, I seen a recent fact about how darkness travels faster than light, right? Do not get me wrong, right? You can kind of key these elements of light and dark, right, to universal light and dark. So darkness is it light, like when something good happens, right? It takes a while to what we consider personally is good. Rather than bad, it's like in an instant. That's kind of like how the sun is when light when I see the light, when you see the light, when it's light, it's more so goodness. Okay, it is considered goodness. That's what the sun is. It is considered your most greatest. The sun is also in placement of your most fruits of labor, your greatest of all great achievements. That's what the sun. The sun is not only brightness, your strength, your ability. The sun is your characteristic abilities. Okay, your soul characteristic abilities. Right, whether you're you're a, um you're a Leo and you're good at keeping an audience like at at the tip of their toes. Okay, you know how to bring in an audience. You know how to show off your skills. Okay, that's because again, the sun, it flavors that. It flavors that elegancy of it's my time to shine, and I've been having a gift, and I will show my gift to the community, to the world, to a group of people, to a lot of people, to anybody, to anything, not just to people, but to myself. Okay, goodness isn't just about doing the right thing. That's it. Goodness is about doing the right thing for yourself. All right. And again, we can go back to, like I said, the good and the bad, but necessarily it's about doing what's good for yourself. What makes me feel good soulfully? Okay. What am I addicted to soulfully? The sun is your soul addictions. Okay. Which again, and like I said, it can't help. Because I said what? It's about exposure, meaning no matter what sign you are, whether it's feminine or masculine, it's it can't be helped when you're a sun sign. It's not something that you can fight against. It's something you want to fight with. Okay, you want to learn how to not even fight with. You want to learn how to control. The sun is the center because it is the mass controller. That's what the sun is, the controller. And that's what Mercury is too, Gemini. It's all about control. Okay? Whether it's with yourself or whether it's with other planets, it's about control. The sun is your bones, the sun is your kids, the sun is generations, the sun is a lot. Things that I wrote down and things that I don't feel like going back and like over and over again unless you're privately asking me that I will probably tell you. But if you look at my other videos, you might kind of get more of a better gist of like, okay, this is what the sun does. This is what the sun is. Just go outside in the daytime when the sun is coming up, or when you can literally the sun is shining, and what I normally do is you will see the flavor of each sign playing this element, or not just element, because element is of course fire, earth, air, wind. I mean fire, earth, water, air. It's all that. So not only just pay attention to what sun, what planet does, I mean what where the sun is, what sign the sun is in right now, but just pay attention to overall, like of just all right, what season are we in? How do you notice attributes of how the sun is talking to you? How just your day to day people, anybody, a stranger is talking to you. Just notice the fundamental of what they're talking about, and you'll notice how okay, it's kind of aligning of what is going on universal, like around the world or just globally, like in the universe. Okay. What is Gemini? Gemini is about communication. It is your rural area. It is as far as the body, it is your shoulders, your arms, your hands. The sun is of course your heart, is your chest. Okay. All right. It's your maximum strength. Like I said, your bone structure. Okay. It is your fatigue, like how long you can go. Well, I don't think it's your fatigue, but it's how far you can go physically, okay, soulfully, okay. It is literally your life force. The sun is your life force. Besides Mars, Mars is your life force too, but the sun is your life force. And here's the reason why: the sun is all about energy, meaning, okay, energetically wise, everything is run on energy. Right? That's what we're saying. That's what I'm saying. So no matter what I do, I get up, I sit down. That took some energy. And that's why it's this the sun, anything hot, Mars, Jupiter, and the sun, all hot planets, it contains energy. Okay. That's why, like I said last video, light beings or whatnot, we are literal energy. It doesn't without energy, there's no existence of keeping up this body, keeping up this look. You have to literally have energy to exist. Literally. Everything, a rock has energy. A rock has life. Y'all looking at me through this video probably like, what the fuck? How does a rock has life? Just because something doesn't speak to you doesn't mean that it is not alive. Okay, it doesn't have a life force. That's the sun. The sun is all about life force. The sun is all about key components of your life. It's all about, again, I said expression. It's about partying. It's about education. Again, it's tied to your intelligence. Gemini is about intelligence. It's about early schooling. The sun is schooling. A lot of different things. The sun and Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. They would say Mars, but Mercury literally is the closest planet around the sun. All right. With that aspect being said, right, it is the key. Both of these key components is literally connected to intelligence of the universe. God is intelligence too. It's not just life, energy. God is intelligent being. All right. That's why some people might believe, oh, we're gods, we're this and that, we're this and that. And maybe they're right. Not to say that they're wrong. Because they have found people who believe, okay, humans are gods or anything like that in that nature. They have found personal life events or personal life moments to believe that, okay, regardless of religion, this is to show that humans are, I would say, godlike, right? Or some people would say God. And I'm not against whatever you think. I'm just saying this is what the feedback is giving off of a lot of individuals who believe such context in general. All right. Now, you see how I came on this video with a phone that's not even on, fake calling. I came on with Spider-Man 2 playing in the background, right? I came on with all, and I got my laptop in front of me. I came on with the laptop, right? Now you're thinking, why the fuck would I do that? Or, excuse my French, why would I do that? Like, why would I pull out all these devices? Why would I do that? The more you're around, especially in the season of whatever sign you're in, the more you are around those prominent sets of key components of whatever sign that the sun is in, the more that you will notice a ripple effect. What is a ripple effect? What's in that? What's in it? What is that? It will give you access to a more keen acknowledgement of how this season might take apart. Like how this might play a part, ironically. Okay? So the sun being in Gemini has millions of different aspects, okay? You might have to be with your cousins. You might have to be with your friends. You might have to call your friends. You might have to call a stranger who is trying to reach out to a family member. You might have to set things up for people who is calling in. Maybe are curious, have been doing something they've been having the idea of thinking about doing for a long time. Now they actually have the actual mind to do it. If your mind isn't on point, you're not on point. If you don't have that mindful, if your mental state is at risk, you are at risk. Okay? And that's definite with the sun being a Gemini. Okay? Because misunderstandings is one of the key components of third house Gemini. Not secretive, not hidden, misunderstanding. Misunderstanding is the key component of being a sun in Gemini. Now, with this month being started, or like with 1 degree left, basically we go into Gemini tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Really today, but tomorrow too. This is what, like, when the sun is so large too, and that's why I kind of wanted to mention, I wanted to make another video. Whenever the sun is about to get ready to leave another sign, they call it cusp, because any planet can go on a cusp, right? Because of how large these planetary bodies are. Meaning they're so large and the energy is so huge energetically that they become stuck, like they become like half of the body of the planet energy, and literally become stuck between both signs before it actually fully go into the sign, if that makes sense. So if I'm 28 degrees, meaning if I'm at the end of a sign and I'm a planet, half of the planet, especially the sun is so big, it gets a cusp holder, really becomes a cusp holder at like 25, 24 degrees, really. Like early, late 20s, that's when you could really say like they almost damn near a cusp holder, right? Like the sun is so large that it takes what? How many Earths, right? To fill it up. You get where I'm going? So it's so bright, it's so large, it's so uncontainable that it's already basically energetically already in the other sign. So I know a lot of understand. Even if I don't, I kind of understand. I'm actually understanding, but because sometimes you gotta stick with the rules, and sometimes you just don't agree. But at the same time, when the sun, specifically that planet, since it's so big, it gets at 20 degrees, meaning that it's almost almost out of Taurus season. So we're about to head into Gemini. We're basically out of Taurus. That the energy pull from the next sign already is here in this sign. Okay, that's basically what it means. That means that both signs, you have both energies of both signs at that moment. You're about to leave this sign, so all that energy is weathering away. Like the problems, the love, the instigations, anything within that previous sign is kind of leaving away until you get to the next sign. Then when you get into the next sign, you're so earlier on, it hits so strong. It's like doing a drug that it's like doing a drug you haven't never done, or you done, but you haven't done in a while, right? Like meaning like you haven't, like, let's say I haven't hit this vape in like 3 months, 4 months. But I hit it today like 100 times. If I stop and hit it 3 months later, like if I stop now and don't hit it at all and then hit it 3 months later, that freshness of like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, is going to be stronger towards me because it's been a much longer period of time. Hell, I might have something wrong with one of my nerves. Something might be wrong at that time. Something might be, I might be not liking it anymore. You know what I mean? It's so many situations that could come upon that of doing that, and that's what basically I'm trying to say with the sun going into the next sign, or just before, or just like that energy being left behind. And then I try doing it again, and I'm like, it's a waste of time. It doesn't matter. But I was just doing it like 50 million times in one day. But now it doesn't matter. And I'm sorry if I didn't say hey, everybody, Glenda, Carlos, Katie, hi, you guys. But I kind of want to get back. I'm gonna get back to the video. So the sun in Gemini brings a lot of heat. Sorry. The sun in Gemini brings a lot of heat to messaging, um, workouts, your teachers, your gurus, meaning your teachers, your trainers, your trainees, your interjections, your mental energy. It brings a lot of stimulation in that area. And then when it comes to our opposite sign, so again, you know how I mentioned Sagittarius is the opposite sign, blah 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 blah, right? Because third house is so logical. Third house Gemini is rationality. Okay? Meaning if Mercury is in a good placement, you will have a natural logical way of thinking. Normal. When this sign is nowhere near normal. Okay? It is the most oddest sign due to the simplicity of never knowing what one might be able to do. And that's where I would say that God-given thought comes into play. Nobody never knows what anybody's going to do. We can only think what somebody's going to do, and vice versa. Nobody ever going to know what I'm going to do or what you're going to do across the screen. But you can only imagine, or you can only think what is the rational thing you would do, because you have to grab off of what you're thinking, or just what a normal person in a day-to-day life might be able to think, right? So the sun exposes rationality more, rational decisions. The sun also kind of exposes exposure to the opposite sign, which is Sagittarius, which is the unimaginable. All right. it kind of want to makes it kind of see. Here's the thing with third house. To compare, it's like having a million tabs on whatever technical device, right? And keeping them open, right? And then you might open up another tab in your mind, right? And then open up another tab, and then open up another tab. And each tab, by selection, has the most random thing you can think of. On one tab, I might look up right now. Like for instance, surge staffing. I might look up right now, surge staffing. And then I might go on this laptop and look up how to we're just gonna type in how to, right? How to screenshot on Windows. Guess what? After I look up each one of those, the key component of doing each thing I think of is to know how to do it. And that's where Sag comes. That's why Jupiter is the second largest. Knowledge. See, information that this is why opposite signs are potent and important, because opposite signs are one and the same, just expressed in different elements. Okay? They are literally one and the same. Opposite signs need each other. It's like Libra with the scale, or just like not even the sign, but just like a scale. If it doesn't have nothing to weight, they're both even. All right, it's like black and white. You need that complementary. You need white for black, you need black for white. And I'm literally just talking about the colors, right? But you could play that into real society, right? You could do that too. But what I'm trying to say is one without another, thinking without knowing is no different than knowing without thinking. It doesn't make sense. To know something, you have to think about it. You have to take steps to kind of like fill your mind up with your conclusion of whatever information you have gotten from whatever you have pulled from. So to know is to think, and to think it is to know. All right. But here's the thing with either or thinking. Yes, thinking. Don't think because you think you thought you know, and don't think you know because not only you thought about it and you see it. Don't think you know, or don't think you know because you you think you found out all the information about a certain subject. Don't think you know everything about that subject because you you read millions of books. You did a lot of research. You graduated from school. Hey, Stuffy again. You graduated from school. You went to school for 6 years and this and that, and you went against the top leaders and all this and that and that and this. Don't think you know everything. I see you're back. I'm happy you're back. I've been like I've been on a roll today in Gemini. It's deserving in this season. It's needed in this season. But I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back, Stuffy. All right, but again, don't think you know because you know something, and don't know because you think you think something. You're gonna keep calling me while I'm on live. Just keep calling me while I'm on live. I'm trying to break down this damn Sun and Gemini because it's complicated. It's very complicated. But Sun and Gemini is not only just random things is happening, random things is this and that, random. no, this and that, this and the third. Because it is, but it's not. It's just that this sign is very, very mutable. It's very flexible. One mistake or one good luck could mean the world. Either or, from either dark side or light side. And that's why I got on the phone as soon as I came in the video. I was like, hello, Pilates, this and that, and this. And then I might go get it. Then I might go get a sandwich if I'm hungry. Right? But that's just the sun. The sun is all about engagement. Right? I'm engaging with my own social community. Right? So in real life, you might think, oh, this guy is a black guy. He's dressing all black. He acts like this. He's this way, that way, and a third. But in reality, that thought is just a thought. It's not of knowledge. Meaning, see, Mercury is so logical. Okay, please do, Stuffy. Whenever you want, whenever you can. My old stuff is more better. My old stuff is not. I wouldn't even say my old stuff is more better. It's more like it's more specific and compartmentalized because I had my setup like a couple months ago. I had everything set up. I used to prepare for video. I still am, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna do some real live. We're gonna do some real live videos on my channel soon. Not even soon. I wish the day wasn't raining, but I might go out tomorrow and like just show y'all what the universe and what God gives us. Like just show y'all what it's like in Sun and Gemini. Like what you're gonna get. Like what nobody can help. You know what I mean? But my past videos is organized. That's all I'm trying to say. My past videos is more organized because I had more time. I was just starting up. I had more things. I wouldn't even say I had everything stored on my PC. So I gotta go get my PC. My PC is in West Virginia. I have to, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm back in my home state. All right. So third house Gemini wants to be social for gatherings. Right? I hate when people say, oh, you don't need them, or you don't need people, or this and that and this and that and this. But in order to be at the top, in order to know what you're doing, in order for people to get you or get somewhat of you, you have to speak. You have to show intelligence, show wit, show wittiness. Okay? Show you're not is whoever you are, you know something. You have substance. Okay? Mercury brings substance. Okay? Mercury brings attention to detail. All right? Mentally. All right? Mercury is again, and again, Mercury is tied to Gemini, right? So if I say the planet, just automatically assign it to the sign. Okay? Mercury shares it with Virgo too. But Virgo, we're gonna go more. I'm gonna show. Hey, Stuffy. I'm gonna show more. I'm gonna actually show, not more, but I'll be in a better circumstance when it comes to later down the line. But that's no excuse for Gemini. I got y'all Geminis. Sun and Gemini will usually be double bodied, meaning they might look big 1 week. They might be literally big, like 350 pounds 1 year, and then 2 years from now, they look like they did crack. Right? Right. All I'm trying to say is, and that was a terrible example, but all I'm trying to say is the natural body and physicality of Gemini is 100% flexible. They may look, again, skinny. In a couple of years, they're born, might be one of the skinniest people. And then when they hit mid ages, they might be big, thick, or gained a lot of weight, or they might have one body part might be looking totally different from another body part. So if you would say I'm skinny, right? But you see me in 2 years, and I'm now like that mean that, and I'm now like not slinky, but I have a lot of body weight, right? That's third house. Why is that third house? Why is this and that? Why is it not right? Third house or Gemini is literally Mercury. Mercury is itsy bitsy baby. It's an itsy bitsy planet. No, it's not. It's not just it's itsy bitsy compared to the other planets, but it can be large too, like the literal planet. I mean, yeah, it's small, so that's a contradiction. But what I'm trying to say is naturality, because of the mind, because of the mental state, because of the specific adjustment the universe gave Mercury. These people who are born under the sign of Sun in Gemini will have a double body. They might have a body that's big up top, and then legs small as hell, or like small at the bottom of. I mean, big at the bottom, like big thighs and long legs and big thick legs, and then like me at the top, like skinny at the top. And it's like, but that's not, again, this is not every Gemini. I don't want people to come in, oh, that's not me, that's not me. It might not be you. But it always consider yourself, like, read your chart. That's what I'm saying. A chart will tell me or tell you everything you need to know about individuals and how they look, what they might look like, how tall they might be. Like, Gemini gives that neutrality. That's what I'm saying. Because you are born under that sign, you will get attributes of the God of message. Okay? Speed. You will get a millisecond of a thought quicker than anybody in the world. Okay, it's just I'm at my dinner. That's cool, right? Mercury is see Venus is sound, but Mercury is sound too. It is Mercury is not the condition of sound, but it's the experience of sound. It's the experience of communication, like how one might take it, right? Because only knows your mental is like a PC or a computer, right? It only knows a certain amount of knowledge, or it can only be taken in within a certain type of way you might take it in, right? I might say a smart comment, and it might not be smart at all. It might be some dumb stuff, but if somebody has a similar mindset in their birth chart as Mercury or the Sun, in a sextile type of house, or a house that is agreeance, then somebody could understand me better than somebody else, right? Mercury, the sun being a Gemini, small aspects, small eyes. You might have, again, big eyes. You might have small eyes, big eyes, but your eye, like, you might have big eyes, and then your sight is like nearsighted, where you can only see up close, and then you get far away. It's like, what the fuck? Like, all that. That's all played into Mercury, especially when the sun is there. Um, Sun in Gemini gives an architect to where your friends, your friends, especially around your neighborhood, and just your school too, just your friends, and I would say people you met online, or just people in general that you consider your friends, plays a lot, is a huge role for your soul growth. Okay, your teachers, your coaches, your anybody you talk to on a day-to-day that you're updated with on a day-to-day. All right. I'm trying to tell y'all my nerve, right? This nerve has been numb since this morning. I don't know what that means, but it's definitely a sign. So the sun loves to be, the sun is only hot, but it's not just hot, it's plasma, meaning plasma is creation, right? When I, you might do the deed with somebody, right? And it might come out this, I'm not trying to speak like that, but that's plasma. Plasma is what? Plasma is energy. All right. Energy can only transcend. Energy can only grow. There's no such thing as a death of energy. And that's what Gemini is when it comes to growth. The mindset of of growing mentally into a characteristic that you might want to not hide from people, but you might want to showcase to certain people. And that's why I said with this double body sign, which is like a second like a personality disorder, or a second personality. This second personality, again, like I said in the other video, is meant for certain situations. Is meant to act like this upon certain scenarios, certain talks, certain people, certain ideas, certain online, certain social media platforms online. Each social media platform online, you're a whole different person, right? You would agree with me, right? If I was acting like a Pilates teacher in the beginning of the video. If I'm a Pilates teacher, right, but I'm trying to run for mayor, that is two different. That is two different calibers of thinking. Everybody knows that. If I'm a Pilates teacher, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, work those guts. Work those glutes, work those glutes. Make sure you get it like that. I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about your butt. I'm just talking about your body. I'm telling you to work your glute. That's not. That's a different personality than Mayor, right? That's like a porn star is trying to be uh, a, a, a fucking a probational officer or something, or a porn star who's trying to be I don't know, anything that is very, very serious, governmental. You get what I'm saying? You have to have a different personality because you're in a different segment of information. You can't do this to somebody. You can't. You could use that caliber. You could use what you learned and put it into a different field, but mainly that for people who is full blown, whatever it is, like this is my life, this is it, and don't have no other type of personalities. You know what I mean? That's fine. I'm just saying, like they're only themselves. That will only. That's not. They're gonna see through that, right? And luckily, they might be on your team, but I'm just saying that in general that you have to be a certain way of literal personality in whatever circumstance you're in. I can't go to the hood and talk like somebody from England. It just doesn't collaborate. You get what I'm saying? And third house is all about collaboration besides Aquarius. 11th house. 11th house is collaboration too. Third house, the sun, is all about Third house, the sun, and 11th house, Aquarius, is all about collaboration. How you want to collaborate. You can't collaborate if you. It's just not gonna work. You're African, but you're going to the A. It's a difference. You will notice a subtle difference. The community will notice a subtle difference because not only just because your skin tone or your skin race, but how you speak, what your thinking is, what your past community is like, all that and above. So it's gonna be a different way that you have to presume yourself. You have to You have to acknowledge. You have to gain that. You have to read another language. You gotta not only read another language. You gotta actually understand like certain phrases. You gotta understand slang, and that's what Gemini is too. Is slang, certain languages, anything of that nature of just gist. You gotta understand gist to get around this world. You can't just book smart. Let's say you a book smart only person. You only been book smart. You only been you've been middle class or higher your whole life, and then you try to go to a foreign country that is only of poor. That you don't understand anything about that. You can only think what you know from something you've read or something you might consider in your mindset. But if you stay there for 2 months, right, where do the same things they do, and that's why third house is the most mutable out of all signs, because understanding is way more important than than not understanding something. You go to a country, you're a politician, you never been around people with barefoot, you've been having your cake and eating it too your whole entire life. You go to a foreign country, speak a different language, being around their community, they tell you this, you can only show what you give to the media, right? Oh, this and that and this, but you don't. We can tell through the media you don't mean that. You don't really care like that. But if you want to open that portal to really feel, to really understand, or to really think like somebody, to like transcend your mental energy into another being, you will have to go through the same thing they go through. Go to a foreign country, spend 3 months there, eat the same thing, no money. Let your comrades leave you. Let whoever leave you. Spend there for 3 months. Try to learn their slang, their their food, their culture, everything, their race, whatever it is you could think of. Try to learn their rituals, everything. Try to absorb that, and then you will wake up every day for those 3 months and literally become mutable. Yeah, mutual and mutable. You will know your soul as a sun in Gemini will know a fragment of how to be. You ever talk to somebody, right? You know them for years, right? And then somebody else of a different race come into the door and they're like, hey, and then they have a like a different greeting. Like they might shake each other's hand, or they be like, hey, shake each other's hand, and then or they might do a weird dance and then like say a different type of language, right? And you're like, what the hell does that mean? And then they tell you the backstory, and then the person you're with, like, oh my God, you've been through that? I would have never have thought. You have a whole different mutable soul when it comes to the sign air. Air is everywhere. It's oxygen. I can't see air. You can't fucking see air. You cannot see air. But guess what? That's why the fire's there. You know it's there. If I don't breathe, I'll notice the difference instantly. If I smell something, I know I know it's a difference anyway. That's why I'm getting you with this, with third house Gemini being an air sign. You can't think. That's why air is you can't think and see. You can't you can't ask me anything. Ask me anything. Sh- Shaka, Gupta. I'm gonna call you Gupta. Ask me anything, Gupta. Questions are allowed, but you can't see air, and that's why this element is is that's what third house is. You can't see anybody's thoughts. You don't know anybody's movements. You don't know what somebody might think one day and then the next day. That's why it's the one. That's why it is the most fastest and mutable sign ever. Will you marry me? I don't know what you look like to answer that question. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you look like to answer that question if I will marry you, but I'll think about it. I'll think about marrying you. If you're a girl, yeah, I'm not. I'm not against. But anyways, we're talking about Gemini, right? It's crazy that she said, or I don't know if you're familiar, said something about wedding, and then I don't know if you hear the background, but there's a wedding going on. But the universe speaks to you. You can't see the universe thoughts. You can't see God, but he's there, right? And that's where that fire element. That's why Jupiter or Sagittarius is the opposite. As far as it's not the opposite, but it is, right? That's why Jupiter is the opposite, because if you you will see you will in life circumstances or just life in general, you will see certain signs from God himself or herself or itself, right? You will see literal things that is normal, but in that moment is nowhere near normal. Nowhere it should have happened. Nowhere it would have thought about. Nowhere that call would have been made, and you got that call. That's fire. That's 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 manifestation. That's God. And I gotta stop using God again. Some people feel offended. So that's the universe. All right. See, Gemini third house is all about questions. As soon as you question something, guess what that means? You don't know it. And even if you do know it, you're only questioning it for reassurance of what you know. Questions is the questions is the primary. Is the primary, primary, primary of questions. No matter what type of questions, it's unacknowledgement or it's acknowledged but reassurance. Question this and that and this and third. Someone's gonna reassure you of what you're questioning, or something. You look up something you don't know the answer to. You look it up, right? You got to make sure you're right, right? But it's a question. It's a thought for an answer of something that may be important to you personally. Okay. Third house is about signing things, your signatures, your writing, how you write, how how you read, and what style is. Do you read slow? Do you only know how to read this language? Blah say blah say blah. Do your teacher only know how to read this language? Do your community around you speak in code? Do they know how to do this? Do they have this? Do they have this skill trait? Do they that's all third house, because it's your surrounding. Third house is your environment. It's your surrounding. Moon is your environment too. I'm sorry, it's a nerve. I got a nerve numb. It's been numb the whole morning. But that's what Gemini is too. It's your nerves, right? It's your nerves. right? The sun is about children too, right? So whenever you're thinking about children, how your children might come out, how your children might act, how your children might be, how your children is, all this and that. So if you ever wanted to know that, go to the sun, go to Jupiter, go to those two planets, and you can kind of get a little bit of. Is one of the significators of what it is. 11th house is too, meaning Saturn, because it's all about time. But the sun. So people born under this sign, children will be 1,000,000,000% witty. Children will have thoughts and thinking of nature that you would have never even considered. Yes, children might have split personalities in a good way too. Don't have to always be bad. And then, in my opinion, I believe everybody has splits. But here's the thing with third house: they have full effect of that mutable energy. They have this. They have the universe giving them full control of that second person now. Okay, that's the difference of Gemini and third, of like being a full blown Gemini in third house and just having third house aspects. Especially if you have a lot of third house aspects, anyways, too. You're meant to have like full control of your different personalities. All right. They say finicky. It's not really finicky. It's just more so asking questions for your own soul that normally wouldn't be asked for people who have their own soul. See, the blessing and the curse of the third house is they are able to bounce back and forth thoughts within their soul and affirm that action or affirm that thinking. That's the difference between any other sign. They have full access to go within themselves. Fuck a counselor, fuck a therapist, fuck anything else. All they have to do is go within and talk to themselves. And I know what you're thinking. Why am I proposing people talk to themselves? I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is if your son in the third house and you feel like, oh, this don't work for me, this don't work for me, this don't work for me. Normally, you are yourself is the cure for your own adversities. Okay? Like these are the people who go to counseling, like counselors, and nothing is wrong with them. They can't sense that second soul, or they can't sense that different person that is assigned to different circumstances in their personal life. They can't control it. They can't see it. Nothing. They can only think if you have it. All right. All right. I think I'm done with this video. I think tomorrow, if I have enough time, I think I'm gonna just show y'all, and like, I think I'm gonna show y'all and then go around, like wherever I'm at. I think it'll be 1 degree tomorrow or 0 degrees in, like fresh in 1 degree. The same thing. I'm gonna just go tomorrow to the neighborhood because I feel like the neighborhood. If it's hot tomorrow and not raining, I have a gut feeling everybody's gonna be outside. The neighborhood's gonna be hot. I just have a gut feeling. But if I'm wrong, that's fine. But I'll still go around stores. I'll go around somewhere and just explain. Just explain what I mean. Just show. Not even explain. I'll just show you guys. Okay. So This is ELI'S.JYESTHA. I'm sorry again. I've been gone for so long. That's not happening again. 100%. I will full live, do body camera, and just show y'all my real world and just go by whatever the trends is if I have to. But there's no reason I shouldn't be on here talking to y'all, or give y'all some type of video of planetaries. I love y'all. Peace.